So now I'm going to make a very small sketch just to understand how our different techniques, watercolor techniques, our vocabulary works on a small format, and then we will do exactly this. I'm ready with my paper. That's cotton paper of a small size. It's about A5, I think. And I will just take the main flower, this one, and we'll make a sketch. I will keep it here for now. And in order to start, I'm not going to make details, but just big shapes. And I noticed that all the snowdrops flowers look to the shape of a triangle. Therefore, I'm doing that. And after that, in the middle, I'm already painting the flower. Like that. And now I'm removing the lines that were initially helpful for me. But in case you have experience for working with drawing, you cannot skip this stage. Yeah. And perhaps one more here. And here. I'm starting with this tube. This is masking fluid, as you remember. And I'm going to use this thing to speak, because I want to add a very light, clean light here. I may try also with this needle, but I don't know whether. Just one more comment, just a second. Before you open the bottle, do like that, because sometimes it is separated in different fluids, and so I'm adding this, or I can pull also with a stick. And a very small light here. You remember you can also use the brush, but be careful with the brush, don't use a nice brush. And I would add here as well. These are small. It's too rough paper. And I can start painting only when it is absolutely dry. So for now, and perhaps several lines. I hope you see. Like that. And always close the bottle after you used, because it's going to dry very quickly. So now I cannot work here because I have to wait when the liquid is absolutely dry. But during this time I can mix the colors that I'm going to use, right? So I'm going to use, for green I'm using olive green. Yeah, that's our help. So olive green, sap green, indigo, ultramarine blue, some of this shadow color. I will mix 3 of them: purple, blue, and burnt sienna, and a lot of water because it should be light. And the same for dark. Just dry, almost dry. My paints are ready, and with a big brush with clean water I water the whole paper. I use a lot of water. And I'm starting with blue. Clean dry brush, I can pull the colors. Some splashes. To make the contrast more intensive, I'm adding indigo here. Clean dry brush, I'm pulling indigo. Continuing with olive green. Accidentally. Adding sap green. Adding indigo for contrast. some salt. When it flew, you can press to remove. Some lines with the cards. Some elements to show additional bats. Some light and some indigo here. Here, here, here. Then it's again here, can remove it. Yeah, I think we can add a bit of a shadow. So the shadow is here. That's a light shadow color. And the shadow is here. Now with clean dry brush, I'm making a very smooth transition between light and shadow, like that. And adding more intensive color to the most left petal. That's too much, I think. I want to remove a bit. But we want to show that that petal is behind that one. So that's everything about the first layer. Now we have to wait to go with one more layer to create some details, some accidental lines. So it's better to wait. I'm too risky now. Okay, so several minutes more to wait. Now it is almost dry, but not completely. But it doesn't matter too much because I'm going to work with these shadows on the flowers. I remember that I'm going to use a bit of shadow color. Then with clean dry brush, I pull it to create shadow, and the same on these two. So first a very short stroke, and then with clean dry brush I pull the pigment. Not on this one. Yeah. So several more strokes. With a schlepper brush. I'm using just green, this sub green. Several strokes of indigo. Some line. And I think that's enough for the sketch, more than enough. So this we are going to make with a big painting. After it will be absolutely dry, I will remove the masking fluid, but the paper should be really absolutely dry. So I'm not going to do it now because it's too risky.